Hi, I'm Len, and together with Nick and Vince, we make up Team 6. This is our oral presentation for the Band in the Box design project. I'll be doing the intro and then also my choice in instrument, which was the wind. So for project scope, the requirements were that we each had to accurately play the required notes. We each had to represent an instrument, wind, string, or percussion, and each instrument had to fit inside a 2x2 box simultaneously. Additional constraints were we could not exceed 8 feet of pipe collectively, we could not exceed 4 feet of wire or string collectively, and we could not exceed the budget of $15 per instrument. So for my instrument, I had two proposed designs, and I'm referencing the slides on the side off to the left because I don't know how to make them show up simultaneously with the video. So our project scope was slide 2. I'm jumping to slide 6, which would be my first proposed design. And that was that of a pan flute. And I basically got that idea just by Googling wind instruments. The pan flute seemed reasonable. You can see a quick sketch of it on this slide. Various materials I came up with were PVC, cedar, bamboo. Those could be used. I have some lists of pros and cons on here. I won't go too far because I'll soak up too much time on this presentation. My second proposed design was what they call a Native American style flute, which looks like your traditional flute. It could be a 5-hole or a 6-hole flute. Again, materials were PVC. Most are made out of cedar for sound quality, and also bamboo could be another potential. Again, I have some pros and cons on here. The design I ended up choosing, if you were to look at slide 8, was a Native American, the single pipe flute. And I chose this because I figured it'd be more resilient to damage in the box with the other instruments. I liked the fact that the sound quality would be better, and I figured it'd be less total pipe used overall, so it may be cheaper. Also on this slide, you'll see I have a detailed sketch of what I'm thinking will be the overall outside diameter, inside diameter, finger hole locations. I also have a chart to coincide with finger hole placements, and I got that calculator off of Flutematic. I believe it's flutematic.com. Simple another Google. I got that listed on the reference slide, so I'm not stealing anybody's credit. Slide 9, I have the equations for what it took, or my estimation, to get 440 hertz coming out at the end of the flute, and the correction with the 2 open ends. The math ends up coming to be approximately a 17-inch long flute. We'll see how that goes when I go to build. I think that's it, so I'll pass it along. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Vicente, and I will be talking about the percussion instrument. So to find the frequency of a percussion instrument, it's given by m squared times pi times k times v over 8l squared. So v is just the velocity of sound in the instrument, so it varies depending on the material, the pipe or bar. For a rectangular bar, k is given by the thickness over 3.46, and for a tube, it's given by the square root of the inner radius squared plus the outer radius squared over 4. And m depends if it's a cantilever or simply supported. So a cantilever is just connected on one end, and it'll vibrate on its own, and then a simply supported is connected on 2 ends. And the m for a simply supported is higher than it is for a cantilever. My proposed designs were to use a cantilever, and then I also thought about simply supported, and then I thought about just different length pipes hid on the side of the table. That probably ended up being the cheapest. However, I went with a simply supported design because it's more stable. I can hit higher notes due to the higher M value that I can get with a simply supported. And in the end, since I can use less of a length, I use less pipe, so it'll be cheaper as well. Thank you.
My name is Nick. I'm part of Team 6, and for this project I have decided to go with the string instrument. For my proposal, after comparing multiple designs, the one I have chosen to go with is going to be a harp type instrument. It'll have a wooden frame that's approximately 12 inches by 12 inches, and it'll have this tapered side. It'll be about 2 inches tall and it'll be kind of an empty, like hollow acoustic sound. Tension will be about the same on each of the strings. The only thing changing here is just the string length, and that'll create a higher frequency as the strings get smaller. And for these strings, I will be using standard guitar strings, steel strings. The only things I have to buy for this will be just some simple plywood. I'm probably not going to go with anything fancy, just standard 2x4s, and create the frame. And then I'll also need some like screws or bolts, something that I can tie the strings to and drill into the wood, so that when I turn it and tighten it, it'll also increase tension on the string, and it'll allow me to find the right frequency for each of the notes. And you can also use it to change frequencies to cover a different part, but it is a medium range instrument. So it will fit all requirements. It's small enough to fit in the box. Its cost won't be too high at all. So yeah, in conclusion, our team has shown you our 3 top proposals, and our song will be Ode to Joy. And so far everything looks good. All the calculations are being made. Our goal now is just to stick with our timeline, and we should finish this project in no time. Thank you for your time.